Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Daredevil issue number 3. Oh my god, what a good book. It's a solid ass issue, man. From beginning to end, everything is riveting. Let's get talking about who made this book because somebody deserves some credit. Actually, a lot of people deserve some credit. Let's give that credit, all right? So we got Chip Zdarsky on writing, Marco Cecchetto on art. Sorry if I'm butchering names here. Sonny Rowe on colors, and we got some VC's Clayton Cowles on letters. Cover artist Julian Totino Tedesco, and there's some variant cover artists, namely John Romita Jr. and Richard Eisenoff, and another one by Now Fuji. All right, so boom shakalaka, baby. We got Daredevil. He got shot, baby. He got shot. And he got a bullet up in his left shoulder. And he's like, and he's trying to get away. But all of a sudden, the dude comes and he's like, oh no. And he turns around. And he's like, remember, I don't have a center. I don't have a front. All right. So there's no full frontal nudity. If Daredevil's naked, he sees himself naked everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Read the comic book to understand the naked thing. That's just me being silly. Look, he he's able to get away, but he's only able to get but so far. And I guess he's just forgetting about the whole colors situation because he goes and puts on a trench coat. The Thing can get away with a trench coat. All right, Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles can get away with a freaking trench coat. Daredevil can't get away with a damn trench coat. What's up with that? What's up with that? All right. So this dude, he's trying to get away. The other cop shows up. The big mean cop, the boxer, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop you, man. I can't find my gun, but that's all right. You see all these other cops around with guns? Yeah, they're gonna stop you. Problem is, all these other cops, they've been saved by Daredevil. Their friends have been saved by Daredevil. Daredevil actually starts calling them out by name. You call somebody out by name, bro. That's like you just made a personal connection. And it's like, oh my God, you know my name. You know my name. That's sweet. So most of the cops just put down their pistols. Some of them actually, one of them at least, even drops them on the floor, the ground, whatever. And Kingpin's there, and it's supposed to be a really cool moment, and it is, but not in the way that the bad guys want it to be. So the other cop's just like, all right, that's it. He pulls off his jacket, and Daredevil puts up his fists, and they go out and they start boxing. Daredevil, however, is not in a good position right now. He's just not in a good place. He's been shot. He's already not feeling it. Having been gone for so long after being hit by a freaking truck. Yeah, he's not doing so good. So anyway, all I'm going to say is there was a bit of the thin blue line in here. There's going to be some people pissed off when I say this, but I'm not a particular fan of the thin blue line. I'm more about, why am I on your side when so often it feels like the thin blue line is against the thick crowds of normal people just trying to go about our business, doing, our lives, continue on with our lives, and we got to be harassed over nonsense. Yeah, stuff like that. So I'm not a huge fan, okay? And I get it. Chip Zdarsky's a Canadian. He's not an American, and this is New York that we're talking about here. So, whatever. It is what it is. In the meantime, some of the cops come up with some really good points. Hey, man, you're about to become a hero, but not by all the right people. You're not going to be called a hero by all the right people. Bunch of really cool moments in here. There's also a moment that if I assume that most of the people who are checking out my reviews and reading these comic books are actual humans. What do I mean by that? Respiratory system, circulatory system. You know what I'm saying? Like you're actually living, breathing, you're sentient, you have a soul. And certain scenes will move you. Anybody remember the Amazing Spider-Man movie? All right, Tobey Maguire's fighting off against Alfred Molina. And they're on the train, Spidey versus Doc Ock. And he gets rid of Doc Ock for at least a little while, right? And he's trying to stop the train. Okay, granted, the whole spiderweb thing, he's like, that was a little bit weird. Okay, that was a little bit weird. Looks like he got taken over by the Stuff. You guys remember the Stuff? There was the Blob, but then there was the Stuff. Go back and look up the Stuff. It's a freaky ass movie. Anyway, so what you call it? He's able to stop that, and then all of a sudden they like basically crowd surf him to the, further back in the back of the train. That was a little bit weird too. It was like, I'm looking at this and it was like, yeah, come on, feel the noise, whatever. Okay, so they crowd surfed and they put him down. That's when all of a sudden it got really touching because everybody's looking at him. It's like, oh, he's just a kid. And they go and bring him his mask, and he's just like, see, look, I'm getting the fifis right now. I'm getting the fifis right now as I'm trying to explain this stuff. But you know the scene I'm talking about, right? Like, we won't tell anybody. Oh man, freaking tidal wave of fees just, and I'm like, with the feels, man. What's up with that? We kind of had a moment like that in here. Dude, Chip Zdarsky can write his ass off. This dude, man. I get the distinct feeling that Chip Zdarsky could bring an emotional scene to like a Darkwing Duck comic book. Dude, hear me out. All right, here's Chip Zdarsky, and he's writing this Darkwing Duck. And there's one moment, like right in the it's like, Darkwing, he's the, out there, the terror that flaps in the night, and he's kicking some booty, and all of a sudden he gets shot. And he's laying there in the alley, and the bad guys run away. But all of a sudden, some other kid comes up, and he's like, Darkwing, get up, Darkwing. And he passes on the mask and the cape and says, you must be the terror that flaps in the night. And it's like, oh my God, it'd be so hard. And I can imagine him doing something like that. Because, dude, like, this was a powerful comic book from the first page to the last page, all throughout. It was hot. This was a tight comic book. Dude, I get the distinct feeling this cat can do no wrong. I might also mention the art was freaking fantastic. It was spanktacular, all right? Like that. Not like my reviews on Pornhub. That's a little bit different. That's a different kind of spanktacular. If you don't know that I do reviews on Pornhub, go and check out Comic Book University on Pornhub. You know you can be there anyway. You might have just gotten back from there. The point is, go check some stuff out there. There's some stuff that's not exactly family friendly for me to be reviewing on YouTube. So anyway, this is a whole bunch of people right now going, wait, what? What is this revelation? So far, there are 3 reviews. Okay, so anyway, this is a hot book, dude. This whole comic book is just pure fire in a bottle, dude, and that's been uncorked. This is a hot comic book. I love this. Grab the comic book. Don't be a fool. Because if you ever meet me, one of these days, you'll be like, oh, Professor Bill, I love your work. But whoa. Do you read Daredevil? Well, no, I don't. Psh, shunned. Okay, too far away from, I can't like actually hide. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed. That's right, I covered my eyes, so y'all can't see me.